So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone who's joining us from around the world. We have almost 100 people who are registered for tonight, and probably an additional 20 or so that will be joining us on Facebook. And thank you all of you who are here in person. Thank you for being here. It always amazes me. I see who comes, because I understand who knows the value of the class, who has an appreciation for the value of the teachings. So thank you for being here in person. So we've had, I think the last 2.5 months at the center have been quite amazing. We've been on a really fast track through a number of very powerful workshops. And they're all headed to the same place. They're all headed to Master Sha's events in Belgium in October, and to his events in Toronto in November. At both of those, Master Sha will release incredible power to those who are part of his practitioners, his certified master teachers. He will release incredible authorities and responsibilities, because with authority comes responsibility, to the centers, to the center leaders, and to his leading teachers. And there are probably things that he will release that we cannot even possibly imagine, given the intense practice that he has been doing now since the beginning of May. Our task here at the center in San Francisco, at Master Sha Tao Healing Center in San Francisco, as it is at the other 7 centers around the world, it's to prepare you to be with Master Sha, to be in his presence, to be able to receive the teachings and grasp as much as you can of the teachings, to receive the blessings and benefit as much as you can, to be there so that you can be part of history, if for no other reason, to be part of spiritual history, humanity's history, really the history of the world. I'm looking at Master Marilyn Smith, who's co-teaching the workshop with me. She began with Master Sha in September, the weekend of September 11, 2001. I joined Master Sha's teachings October of 2001. And Master Henderson, who's the 3rd teacher that will be leading this weekend, he began with Master Sha in the summer of 2010. So all of us come from very different backgrounds, very different belief systems. Or maybe not, because I think all 3 of us were Catholic, right? Yes. But I walked away from it a long time ago, so I somehow am not quite connected with that portion, that part of my upbringing. But 3 different countries, right? I come from South America. Master Henderson comes from Asia, from the Philippines. Master Marilyn, of course, from the U.S. Yet all of us found ourselves drawn to this incredible teacher, Dr. and Master Zhigang Sha, here in San Francisco. And we were drawn to him because of the secrets that he was releasing. I remember Master Marilyn and her sister, Master Patricia. Master Patricia said, I could not believe the secrets he was releasing. So I called, and she listed the people that she called and said, come and listen to him. Because she was a Qigong master. She was considered one of the leading Qigong masters in Northern California. She had studied with leading teachers and had not heard the secrets that he was releasing. I've studied with Master Sha since October of 2001, and have to admit that I myself did not value, did not appreciate what Master Sha was releasing at the time. You know, he's been teaching us the Tao since we met him, but we did not realize it. We did not realize it. It's in his books. If you go back and look at his books, you will see that there are portions of Tao teachings in his books. He introduced actually Tao Normal and Reverse Creation in the Power of Soul book. And you can find other aspects of the Tao in his earlier books, including Xinang Medicine. But even when Master Sha put it together in this beautiful book, which I now love and hold dearly in my heart, the Tao One book, even then we could read it but not retain it. How many people have read the book, have memorized the 75 words, the 75 phrases, sacred phrases, and cannot retain it? Cannot remember what the essence of the Tao One is. Cannot remember what the purpose, why are we studying the Tao One? So tonight we want to give you a flavor for this weekend. We have a beautiful retreat planned for you that hopefully will help you to make a heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul connection. If not directly with the Tao, then with the Tao teachings. Because that's the first step. In order for you to connect with the Tao, in order for you to connect with the Tao teachings, you have to have a heart-to-heart connection. It cannot just be something that comes from the mind. A mind connection will only get you this far. Literally this far. This book and the subsequent Tao teachings that Master Sha offers us in the Tao 2, in the Tao, in the Soul Mind Body Science, and now in the Tao Science book, open all of the universes to us. That's infinite. But we, if only approach it from our mind, we only get this much, a tiny, tiny bit of what he is offering us. So I want to begin this evening by helping you to make a heart connection. So one of the ways that we do that is through music. When we began tonight, we began with listening to the Tao Jing. The Tao Jing is a beautiful, sacred Tao song. The 75 phrases were given to Master Sha. The music was given. Welcome. The music was given to Master Zhang. When you listen to it, you feel it deeply in your heart. I remember Master Sha released it, I believe, at the Tao retreat in Ramsau, correct? And we did not have webcast. It was telephone. So for 10 or 11 hours, we were listening by telephone. And I heard that first note of this beautiful Tao song. And my heart just opened in a way that I cannot remember experiencing otherwise. So I want to introduce Master Henderson. And before he comes up, I want to say a few things about Master Henderson. So Master Henderson Ong has actually met Master Sha when he was a teenager in the Philippines. Master Sha had a clinic within the hospital at the hospital in Manila. He had hurt his back, and his father took him there to see Master Sha. Master Sha already had a reputation as a miracle healer. He was considered very young. He was in his 30s. And they considered him, they would talk about him as the young Chinese doctor who was a miracle healer. He was, like I said, he was in his 30s. So what Master Henderson studied with Master Sha, he studied Qigong, he studied Tai Chi with Master Sha. remember that by the time Master Sha was 30, he had already mastered. At 6, he mastered Tai Chi. At 10, he mastered Qigong. At 16, he mastered Shaolin Kung Fu. By the time he was 30, he already had studied, but had not yet met his teacher for the Tao Te Ching, and had not yet met his teacher for the I Ching, and had not met his spiritual teacher. But he had many other teachers. So he was already a very powerful spiritual teacher. So he imparted that wisdom of the Tao, of Tai Chi, and Shaolin Kung Fu, and also the Qigong to Master Henderson. Master Henderson, Master Sha left the Philippines. Master Henderson went on to study, continued his studies. He is a dancer. He studied dance. That's why he was there. So he had heard himself dancing. So Master Henderson has a very good understanding of movement. In his calligraphy, which I don't think, are you able to see that? Are they able to see that? I cannot move it because it does the splits.
Isn't that the new board?
Is it the new board? I don't think it is. No. Yeah. So in his calligraphy, that's Da Fu Wu, the greatest service, you can actually see movement in his calligraphy. He has an amazing ability to add movement to his calligraphy. And when he writes calligraphy, you can see he writes as movement. So Master Henderson understands Chinese, so his ability to understand the teachings oftentimes goes a little bit deeper than those of us who are not Chinese speakers. Yeah. So I'm going to invite him to come up, and I want to say a couple of more things about him. So since he joined the mission 7 years ago, he very rapidly, very quickly realized that the key to being with the teacher was through service. And he serves unconditionally. He began by traveling all over the world and serving as a volunteer, paying his own airline tickets and hotels and meals everywhere Master Sha went, and he did that for a couple of years. And he has continued his service. Now he's, of course, the art director for the mission. So the beautiful book covers, many of the beautiful flyers that you see, many of the banners that you see on Facebook, anything that has Master Sha, anything that has to do with calligraphy, he's created those graphics. So his task is to capture the essence, the Shen Qi Jing of Master Sha, of the event, of the program, of whatever is being communicated in that piece, graphically into those flyers, banners, website. Spiritually, he's advanced very rapidly. Master Henderson is not only a divine channel, he has received appointment as a Renshen, Dishen, and a Tianshen. And I'm going to explain that to you. That makes him one of the highest level saints in the mission. There are, I think, only less than a dozen, probably only 10 Tianshens. I think last time I counted there were probably 8 Tianshens that Master Sha has appointed. And he's one of them. So when he teaches, when he dances, when he writes calligraphy, and in San Francisco, he's the only Tao calligraphy miracle healer. His healing power equals, when he writes calligraphy, the healing power that Master Sha had when Master Sha was in Belgium. Because that was when you were appointed, correct? Yeah. So it's important to know these things, because it's important to know who the teachers are. Simply because they may not be teaching the conventional classes does not mean that their spiritual standing isn't very high. In fact, in his case, it's very, very high. He has appointments that I cannot even share. Master Henderson is going to join us. He's going to dance. I want you to close your eyes, or you can join him. We're going to play the Dao Jing again. But I invite you to start, even if you're going to join us, you start by closing your eyes. Allow that very first note of the song to connect you to the Tao, because that's what it's doing. That's what that song does. Is it connects you heart to heart, soul to the Tao. It nourishes you in a way that only a few other things can do. And I'm going to talk about those tonight as we introduce you to the Tao, as we introduce you to why we study the Tao, and talk about the Jindan and why the Jindan is the most significant treasure that Master Sha has released for humanity. We're going to start with the Dao Jing. So Master Henderson, I'm going to move these chairs, I think, a little bit, huh? So you have some space. Okay, I'm so happy because you know this cup? Every time I'm here at the center, it blesses the center financially. We're very lucky because I only drink water, so there's never any stains. Okay. Okay, Ed, please. Thank you.
First, I'd like to say thank you, Master Jimena. Master Jimena also is very, very highly appointed in our mission, and we will talk about it later more. First, let us offer a blessing. I will start off with a dance, and then later I will invite you to move with me. Everyone close your eyes. Breathe into your lower abdomen and gently relax.
生
I invite everyone
意，
to gently open your eyes.
天意
Stand
真
up.
水，静静雨
And let's do first level exercise.
烟入丹
So
田。
leave the music playing, and then you will hear me. Movement number 1, counterclockwise. In a plane in front of you. Relax your hips as if you are doing noodling. Just rotating it counterclockwise. Bend your knees slightly so you don't hurt your knees. People online, I invite you to please stand up and move with us. As you do this, you focus. Put your mind in your core. We call it the zhong. It is the lower back half of your body.
治愈百病，预防百病，返老还童，长寿永生。
Louder the music, please. Thank you very
和
much.
谐人类，道业长生，功德圆满，万灵融合。
Those who can sing, sing along. And if you can't, hum along. It's okay. It's all good. This is what this weekend is for. Is to learn. Open our hearts to learn the Tao.
身养生，二生三，三万物天地人，身体静，身生静，静生髓。水冲脑，脑生命，炼精化气，炼气化神，炼神还虚，炼虚还道，合道中。
Now let's go clockwise. Rotate clockwise. Breathe into your lower abdomen. Exhale gently. Breathe into the lower abdomen. Exhale gently. Swallow all excess saliva. Keep your body posture straight. Don't let your neck fall down.
心系雪山，灵语言，灵心痛，灵歌舞，灵敲打，灵草摇，灵针灸。灵转化，灵圆满，灵智慧，灵潜能，欢迎老生，福三界，灵光普照。万物更新，是为公仆，时代服务，灵光盛世，创新希望。
Now let's move vertical, inside down, outside up. Inside down, outside up. Just breathe into your lower abdomen. Gently relax. Now let's go inside up. Outside down, inside up, outside down, inside up, outside down. Now let's draw a counterclockwise circle in front of you.
道定德，道为明，道喜在，道提升，道圆满，道圆融，道过程。道神通，道法自然，神在妙在，神在妙在，神在。在。
Slowly, gently bring it back to the middle. Push it down. Exhale. Bring it up. Breathe into the lower abdomen and push the air down. You have Kai, open, He, close. One more time. Kai, He, close. These movements are very standard Tai Chi movements, and yet they're the basic. Master Sha said, master one, master all. The key though is, this one move can be your whole Tai Chi move. In itself, if no, the wisdom behind it, inside of it, is very powerful. This is a retreat action and a forward action. So within this one action, there's a lot more to it. We are very grateful, and I welcome back Master Jimena.
Thank you.
Which I would also like to make sure everybody knows that Master Jimena has been with Master Sha 16 years.
Almost
And
17.
to me, she holds the key teachings, the key wisdom. And we're very fortunate in Master Sha's Tao Healing Center, San Francisco. We have some of the best teachers. We have Master Jimena, Master Marilyn, who are both my mentors, Master Shunya, my mentors, Master Robert, and we have many divine channels who are in the San Francisco area. I am beyond grateful to be part of the San Francisco Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Henderson. Thank you. If you could put that, you can bring that back for me so that it doesn't unfold somehow. I know, I think this is fine. Thank you, yes. No. Thank you. So I hope that you experienced the Tao. Did you experience oneness? Did you experience a sense of melding into the movement? Did you witness the Tao? Did you watch Master Henderson move? And did you feel that there's a movement that is happening, not emanating from him, but through him? Does that make sense, right? Yes. So the movement is coming through him because he's channeling the Tao. We study the Tao in order to go back to the Tao. We come from the Tao and we must go back to the Tao. Millions of people have studied the Tao in search of the secrets of the path, of the pathway back to the Tao. Master Sha has traveled to China, and in the last however many years that I've known him, it's almost 17 years, he has amazingly connected with incredible masters, those who are considered the leading teachers of a particular tradition, belief system, or practice. And yet they have not received the wisdom that is in these books. I tell you this because it's important for you to truly understand that simply because it was published does not mean that it isn't invaluable. All of the books that Master Sha has are extraordinary. You just go back to the very first book, which he self-published, which was Xinang Medicine. Every single page has something in there that is not available in conventional traditional Chinese medicine texts. So what is the Tao? I already told you We study the Tao in order to go back to the Tao. We come from the Tao, we have to return to the Tao. So what is the Tao? And not so steady, you guys. Maybe more steady here. Let's see. Does that work for you, Ed? Yeah. Okay. So what is the Tao? The Tao, I've already said, is the creator. Tao is the source of all life. Tao is the universal principles and laws. What does that mean? When I met Master Sha, we were in the land of Medicine Buddha. Master Francisco was just there last weekend. He posted about 30 pictures of his visit to the land of Medicine Buddha. It was so heart-touching for me to see the pictures. I remembered all of these events with Master Sha because once a month Master Sha held a workshop there. And I was thinking we should do the same. Yes. Once a quarter we go to the land of Medicine Buddha and we do a retreat there, like we used to do. So in April of 2003, we were at a retreat with Master Sha, Master Marilyn, Master Alan, Master Patricia. I don't know if Master Francisco was there. I don't think so. Yeah. But we were there. There were Sandra, Master Su Chin was there, Sandra was there. So there were like a core group of us, but there were over a little bit over 50 people who were at that retreat. Master Sha never takes questions. That day he said, I'll take a few questions, answered the first question, heard the second question, and before he answered, he said, give me a minute, and the next thing we knew, he was on the floor. Since we were already sitting on the floor, you know, because you're sitting in the Gampa, they have those very thick meditation cushions, and then they also had the yoga cushions with the backing, yeah? So it's so easy, you just, you know, roll over and you're bowing down, because if the teacher is bowing down, you bow down. But honestly, we did not understand. I cannot say that anyone who was there that day could honestly say in their heart that they knew when Master Sha stood up and he said, God just gave me a universal law, that any one of us understood what that meant. How could it? Who has ever heard of anyone receiving a universal law from heaven? No one. So he gave Master Sha the universal law of universal service, which is now the universal law of, you offer a little bit of service, you get a little bit of blessings. You offer unconditional service, you receive infinite amounts of blessings. So he received that in April of 2003. Other laws are universal laws. Yin, yang is a universal law. 5 elements, universal law. So they govern not just what happens on Mother Earth, not what happens in heaven, not just what happens in our galaxy, in our universe, but in all universes. It explains and helps us to understand the world. That's what a universal law is. So the Tao is the creator, the source of all life. It's all the universal principles and laws. It's the way of all life. Everything comes from the Tao. Everything has the Tao within it. Everything has an aspect of the Creator. everything has an aspect of the source. Everything has aspects of universal principles and laws. Everything has its own way. In the book, Tao One, that Master Sha wrote, I think he actually wrote it earlier, but these books take longer to publish. So this was published in 2010, so he probably wrote it then in 2009. Because they take, even though Master Sha is on an accelerated publishing schedule, it still is not like he writes it today and it's published tomorrow. It still takes at least 6 months, to get them out. So probably, I think he wrote that in 2009. And in that book, Master Sha teaches us how to connect with the Tao of everything, the Tao of everyday life, the Tao of waking, the Tao of eating, the Tao of sleeping, the Tao of healing, the Tao of prevention of sickness, the Tao of rejuvenation and transformation. Everything has a Tao. What we need to do is align ourselves with the Tao. Then we can see the Tao in everything. We cannot at this moment ever truly see the Tao, because the Tao, as many of you know, is bigger than biggest, smaller than smallest. It's in a constant state of creation. So as soon as you think that you already know what the biggest galaxy is, what the biggest star is, what's the farthest universe, already there have been many, many more stars, galaxies, and universes that have been created. It takes time for humanity to catch up. It takes time for science to catch up. By the time science catches up, many, many more, much more has already been created. Tao is bigger than biggest, smaller than smallest. As soon as science identifies the tiniest subparticle in your physical being, already there's many, many more smaller and smaller elements yet to be discovered. It is impossible then for any one of us as a human being to be able to say that you can see the Tao or to say that you know the Tao. How can you be outside of the very thing that is creating all universes and all life? You can't. You cannot. What Master Sha has done in the book, Tao One, is he's giving us a path that will lead us on a journey back to the Tao that is accelerated. It is a journey that has not been experienced by humanity in all of its incarnations. So let me explain that to you. So this weekend we're going to go through the 75 lines, and we're also going to go through some of the practices, so that you learn the practices, you experience the power of these practices. This week I shared with the Divine Channels guidance that was given to me. I had an experience that caused me to lose a lot of my Shen Qi Jing in my zhong, in my core. So Master Peter said, Do you have the CD? Jin Dan Da Dao Shulian Dao Song. He said, listen to it 24/7 and it will nourish you. You know, 8 hours straight, I meditated. I could not believe the difference during that time. It is difficult to describe the difference, because again, it's Tao music. Tao is coming into us, nourishing us in a way that we have not had available to us. By us, I mean humanity, not just Master Sha's organization, but all of humanity. This has not been available before. So we're going to have you listen. There's about 6 different CDs that Master Sha released when he was releasing the books Tao 1 and Tao 2. We'll probably go through 4 of them. At this moment, I envision that we'll go through 4 of those, so you experience them. Because many of you have been purifying, so your sensitivity, your ability to receive the Tao nourishment is different now. It's fine, very high frequency Shen Qi Jing. The more pure you are, the more of it you can receive. So the Tao, Master Sha explains by using Tao normal and reverse creation. Why do we study the Tao? Because this is where we want to come back to. This is the purpose of our spiritual journey, is to come back to the Tao, to meld with the Tao, to serve as the Tao. That's our purpose. So what is Tao normal and reverse creation? So Tao creates one. What is one? Everybody knows this. One is the Hundun, right? One is the Hundun. It is a condition in which there is heavy and light Qi. It is mixed. You cannot see it. I remember the first time, you cannot, it's not separated. You can't go, this is light and this is dark. It's all mixed in. And I remember the first time, I actually, with my third eye, was able to see the Hundun. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, I've never seen this. And I could see the light and I could see the heavier Qi. And I did not know what it was. And then Master Sha subsequently, he explained to us. And when we shared with him, he did not say, oh, you saw the light Qi and you saw the Hundun, you saw the light Qi and the heavy Qi. He just nodded. This is the first level of creation. Tao creates one. This condition exists, and it can exist for eons. This phase could last for eons. And at a moment when the Tao determines the right moment, gives the order, and one creates two. And I'm going to come back. I missed an explanation, but I'll fold it into this. So what are those two? Heaven and earth. This is a mix of light and heavy Qi. Light Qi rises to form heaven. Heavy Qi drops to form Mother Earth. There are countless heavens and Mother Earths. Countless. There are countless heavens and Mother Earths. There are countless planets. So there's a corresponding heaven with it. So there isn't just one Mother Earth. I have a student here who's looking at me like, I just said something that, what? There isn't just one Mother Earth. There isn't. And there isn't just one heaven. We may not be the special ones, no. Only special ones are right here. And as far as we know, there are only 3 who have melded with the Tao. At least only 3 that Master Sha has mentioned. He's only released 2 names. Yeah. Okay. So, first stage of creation, normal creation, and this applies to creation of heaven and earth. It applies to creation of human being. Okay? Human beings start out as a concept, and then sperm and an egg combine, and then the cells start to multiply. 2 creates 3, and then 3 creates 1 wu. 1 means 10,000 things, which, this is the literal translation, this really means everything. Three is 2 plus 1. Heaven, earth, and the Hundun. For millions and millions of years, humanity has been on the spiritual journey, seeking to go back to the Tao. The pathway that has been presented to them has been one of going back this way. This is called normal creation. And this is reverse creation. Years ago, after I left San Francisco, so it had to be 2012, I think, we were at the World Qigong Congress. And we talked to the director of a Taoist organization. And we were talking to him, and he said, everybody knows about reverse creation. And I felt very, very bad at the time, because I realized I didn't know enough about Master Sha's studies to actually explain what was the difference between what was available in the conventional Taoist teachings and what Master Sha is releasing. I think today I can do that. At least I hope I can do. If I have the opportunity, I hope I can do that. So the conventional reverse creation has been to go from many to 3 to 2 to 1 to Tao. This path back takes millions and billions of years. In Master Sha's books, he mentions how many millions and billions of years some of the highest level saints have been serving. And they are not yet here. They're not. So this pathway back is what everyone, many belief systems, many traditions, they have practices. You pray, you chant, you offer service. How you pray, how you chant, what are the practices, what kind of meditation do you do? It varies by tradition, right? Many of us have tried them. I went to many, many different seminars, many different organizations, tried different kinds of meditation. So we are a little lopsided here. Okay. So this is what was available to us before Master Sha became a divine channel in August of 2003. When he became a divine channel, everything changed. Because it opened the possibility, a completely different possibility for us. The reason it opened a different possibility is because of the time that we're in. We are in Mother Earth's transition. And so there's an urgency on the planet for transformation, first for awakening, second for transformation. It's one thing to awaken, to realize that there's a change happening on the planet, that it's not the norm, that we're no longer, in the conventional suburbs. We do not have the conventional suburban lifestyles anymore. And life is not what it was 40, 50 years ago. Every day, the speed is faster, and every day something occurs that causes us to recognize something is happening, but we do not know what it is. First is awakening. Second is to embark on a path of transformation. A path that will help you to understand what is happening on Mother Earth. And to help you to be a servant during this time. Because humanity needs guidance. I'm here in San Francisco. I haven't really been here, even though my home is here, and even though I've kept my home. But I just would come home once a month for a day and a half, pick up the mail, maybe empty the fridge, and turn around and get on a plane and go. But I'm back. I've been back since May. And the number of people here in San Francisco that are talking to themselves. When you're walking the street, when you're walking the sidewalk, I'm astonished. It's almost like the person who's not is the odd person out. And there is an incredible amount of emotion. So the slightest little thing then sets everybody off. In this time, there is a great need for practices, for guidance, for a vision that transforms that pain. Because what's coming to the surface is pain. People are talking to themselves because they're in pain, and they can no longer keep it down. They can no longer push it down. They can no longer pretend that all is well. Servants are needed on Mother Earth to provide the guidance, to provide the teachings, to provide the blessings, to touch the hearts. So that more awaken and embark on a journey of transformation and a journey of service. This pathway, you are welcome to continue on it. If you would like, for another million or more incarnations. It is your choice. What Master Sha is giving us is a path that goes this way. I hope that's straight. This path is available during the Mother Earth's transition. This path is available at this time. This is why it's important for those of you that study with Master Sha to go to Belgium, to join the retreats. It does not matter whether you are proficient at writing Tao calligraphy or not. You join the Tao calligraphy training, which I believe starts October 10th. Because your soul will be deeply nourished. That nourishment will help you to awaken. It will help you to transform so that you can become a better servant. So you can be part of those helping the masses understand what is happening. We are seeing more and more natural disasters. We are seeing more and more flash floods in Arizona. Flash floods in Arizona. Flash floods in Florida. Fires that cannot be put out. In Vancouver, they told me, they're living with the smoke. How many acres, and they cannot contain the fire outside of in British Columbia. Hawaii has these, they have not had them, but they are experiencing them more and more, these very high tides. The water comes up, the beach is covered. Very high tides often goes beyond the beach to the pavement. Sea levels are rising. Recently, in May, I flew back from Belgium to San Francisco. On my way back, flew through Iceland, yes. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Reykjavik. What do you see when you fly over that way? You see the ice melting. I could not believe it. From 40,000 feet above sea level, you can see the disintegration of the ice cap. This is Mother Earth's transition. Heaven, or the Tao rather, the creator and the source, is giving us the ability in this lifetime to turn all of that around. Why is Mother Earth, why is these natural disasters, why do we have political unrest? I just heard something today about some motions and bills being introduced that could have significant impact, I think, on the U.S., yeah? Why do we have political unrest? Why do we have financial uncertainty? Venezuela, no food. Venezuela was one of the countries that was prospering. Why do we have a country like Syria being devastated by bombs? Why do we have all of this? Because our mistakes, humanity's mistakes, can no longer be supported by Mother Earth. It can no longer hold its purging. And the purging is going to become bigger. It's purification. In spiritual terms, we call it purification. Mother Earth is purifying, is releasing. So we will see a shift. in climate. We will see more political unrest, more economic uncertainty. Yeah. But the source has no ulterior motive but to want us to come back. To want us to come back and meld in the heart of the source. And so we've been given a teacher. There may be others. The one that I know is Master Sha. We've been given a teacher who is releasing powerful teachings and who is releasing powerful practices, so wisdom, knowledge, practical techniques, and blessings. Because this, even though this is the shortcut, we are not able to move fast enough. We are not able to purify fast enough. So what is the Tao doing? The Tao is coming to us. A very good example of that is the Tao Chang. It's called the Tao Yuan Chang. I love this name. Even though I'm not a calligraphy teacher yet. Tao Yuan Chang, source, oneness, field, has 40. Here it has 40. In Toronto and in Antwerp, they have 65. We have 40 Tao calligraphies. There's Tao calligraphies behind me. Those calligraphies carry Tao, Shen, Qi, Jing. There is no, you cannot get Shen Qi Jing that has higher frequency. You cannot get Shen Qi Jing that is more pure. It's coming from the Tao. It's coming from the source. The calligraphies carry this essence. Shen Qi Jing is essence. It's the soul, heart, mind, Qi and Jing, energy and matter, body of the Tao. Every calligraphy, you put your hand up against it. How many people have come to the center, they walk in and they go, I don't know, there's something different. What do you guys do here? We bring them back to the Tao Yuan Chang. Close your eyes, step in, feel. It is so pure in the Tao Yuan Chang. It is absolutely still in the Tao Yuan Chang. It's emptiness, it's nothingness. It's everythingness and nothingness. Everything is in the Tao Yuan Chang. The Shen Qi Jing of the Tao calligraphies is the Shen Qi Jing of the Tao. That Shen Qi Jing helps to transform your Shen Qi Jing, which is polluted. I'm so sorry to tell you. It has pollution. It has soul blockages. Your soul has blockages. Your heart has blockages. Your mind has blockages. Your body has blockages. This Shen Qi Jing from the Tao can help you to transform those blockages. This is what happens to us when we are tracing the calligraphies. That Shen Qi Jing is coming into us. That Shen Qi Jing is melding, and the longer we trace, replacing our Shen Qi Jing. It's replacing the negative Shen Qi Jing with positive Shen Qi Jing. You know, Master Sha puts it very simply. If a fish lives in polluted water, the fish either gets sick or dies. To help the fish, you have to change the water. We're the fish. We need to change the water. The quickest, fastest way to change the water, you change the Shen Qi Jing. Where's the water? We are made up, adults, 77% water. Change the water. But we're made up of Shen Qi Jing. Change our Shen Qi Jing with Dao Shen Qi Jing. Where? In the Dao Yuan Chang. Here we have calligraphies that are created by the Dao calligraphy teachers. Master Henderson, Master Su Chin Su, Master Chi Xing Gao. When they write, they have a very special treasure. When they write, Dao Shen Qi Jing goes to the calligraphy. So Master Sha is making it possible by bringing the Tao to us, for us to move up step by step. Human beings are down here. We're down here in everything. I know people want us to be further up. I think someone just said, aren't we special ones up here? No, we're down here with everything. So Master Sha, through the teachings, through the practices, through the blessings, is helping us to advance up this pathway, up from human beings to human saints, then to Mother Earth saints, to heaven saints, to Tao saints, and then up to the Tao. So during the retreat, we'll talk about this at length. What we have to do is we have to prepare ourselves for this journey. So everything that's in the 75 lines of the Tao Jing is to teach us, to prepare us for this journey, to guide us on this journey back to the Tao. The CDs, the meditations, programs like, the Tao retreats, the Tao retreat, this retreat. Then in November, we're going to be doing a Tao 3 and 4 with Master Allen, the weekend of the 17th, 18th, and 19th, I think. And then Master Sha will be in Toronto starting the 23rd. So the weekend after, does that make sense? Check that for me, if that's correct. That timing's correct? Yeah.
It's actually mid-November, the weekend before that.
Right, that's the 23rd. I'm asking Master Shunya to check when Master Allen's going to be
Yeah,
here.
that's the 12th and 14th.
Oh, the 12th and 14th. Okay, so Master Allen's coming the 12th and 14th? Okay. No. What is it, Master Shunya?
No, I'm just saying, how does everybody know this and I don't? I just saw it this way, it's actually
I don't believe it's been published.
It came in an email to, well, there is another Tao 3-4, is that the one you're thinking of?
I saw Master Allen San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Master Allen San Francisco.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Yippee skippy. So yes, the 23rd is...
Is Toronto. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll go to drshaw.com and see what I have. Thank you, Peter.
Okay.
How are you?
So I will find. Everybody knows. We're the only ones that don't know. So interesting.
Did you know?
Okay, so he'll be here the 10th, 11th, and 12th. Yeah, November 10th, 11th, and 12th should be, yeah.
Thank you both.
Okay? Yeah. So it's the weekend after Belgium. Belgium ends on the 30th of October. Okay. So the Tao retreats are important for you to understand the practices and the blessings, to receive the blessings, to help you on this journey. This journey, this accelerated journey back to the Tao. That's the goal. Master Sha is doing a Tao retreat in November. What is he going to be focusing on? What will his objective be? What will his objective be? How many people can he help along this path? How many people can move from here to here to here to here to Tao saints? And then from here to the Tao. He's not likely to be doing public events next year. He has said that already. There are no public events for next year. So this is it. The November 23rd, this is why we're doing this weekend. So you want to attend any retreats, Tao calligraphy retreats, Tao 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to attend those retreats. Why? Because they will help you to deepen your awakening, because they will help you to purify more, and they will help you to move on that path of transformation and service. So Master Sha is bringing the calligraphies, he's bringing to us Jindans. Jindan means golden ball. It's a very special light ball. The Jindans that Master Sha is talking about is the Jindan that holds, that is able to hold. Our human bodies, our human being is holding our Shen Qi Jing. But we are not able to hold the Shen Qi Jing of earth, of heaven, of the Tao. You need to have a way to hold that Shen Qi Jing. Otherwise, it comes in. If it comes in, it goes through you. You cannot hold on to it. What Master Sha is doing is he's giving us Shen Qi Jings. Some of us, we went to, I think in Ramsau. Because Master Sha did Tao retreats in Hawaii, and in Hawaii he released, in 2009, he released the Jindan. So in Ramsau, some of you received it. You received this Jindan. Very special Jindan. It is a special, this particular type of Jindan has to be given to you. You cannot create it on your own. A teacher has to transmit this to you. This Jindan that we are receiving, the Jindans that we are receiving, have different frequencies and vibrations. They come from different realms. They can come from the divine realm, what we call heaven. And there are many, 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 many levels in heaven. right? We've all, we'll talk about the heavens committees, right? Heaven above heaven. I knew as a kid that there was more than heaven, but I did not know what that was. And I was so excited when I heard Master Sha mention that there was a heaven above heaven. But it took several years before he started to teach about it. Many realms, many layers, so you can receive a jindan from heaven. You can also receive a jindan from the Tao. What does this jindan do? These golden light balls are helping us to gather the Shen Qi Jing from humanity, Mother Earth, heaven, and the Tao to help build this golden light ball that has ultimately the frequency of the Tao. You cannot just walk into the Tao. Here you can walk into the Tao Yuan Chang, but you cannot just walk into the Tao. Your frequency cannot tolerate it. There is a path, a transformation that has to occur for the physical body. The jindan and the practices that are in the Tao 1 and 2 book help us to form the jindan and to change the frequency and vibration of our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. They prepare us to go beyond human level up to these higher divine levels. As we develop our jindan, we open our heart. It's a dual path of developing, becoming more and more light, and becoming and opening our heart more and more. Master Sha, I would say, I can safely say, Master Sha's entire being is a jindan. I don't believe that there is any aspect of him that is not a jindan that is of the highest frequency. That also means that his heart is widely open. This is why you're drawn to him. This is why you connect with him. This is why you study with him. His love is unconditional. His forgiveness is unconditional. His compassion is limitless. So this weekend, as we share the teachings, we will share practices. What are the practices that you can do? Because from the minute you wake up, you can already start to do practices for the jindan. Before you eat, you do practice with your jindan. After you eat, you do practice with the jindan. Every moment you want to be doing practice with the jindan. Master Sha did all of us, gave us an incredible gift. First, he's released the jindans. Without this, it's very difficult to meld with the Tao. It's very, very difficult. As you develop the jindan, what disappears? Blockages, sickness, physical sickness, mental sickness, emotional sickness, spiritual sickness. They're replaced. What are they replaced by? Golden light. They're replaced by the frequency of the jindan, of the source of the jindan that you received. So as you practice, as you're turning on these jindans, you are self-clearing your own blockages. But Master Sha helped us even more. He helped us by telling us and transmitting these jindans into our Mingmen point. Our Mingmen point is the Tao gate. So when we are building the jindans, developing these jindans, we are literally connecting with the Tao. Our jindan, and if you can imagine the Mingmen point is directly across the belly button in the back. This is where most of us receive the jindans. So if your jindan is growing, and it's connected directly to the Tao, what frequency will ultimately be coming into that Mingmen, into that jindan? Tao frequency. You develop your jindan in the Mingmen, you can hold, gather Tao frequency and vibration. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. This is why jindans are literally the greatest gift to humanity. One jindan can help you to bring the frequency, very high frequency and vibration, to transform a blockage in your liver, in your heart, in your lungs, in your spleen, in your kidneys, your knees, your brain, any relationship, finances. Yeah? The bigger the jindan that you have, the more powerful. The jindan is ultimately our source. It will ultimately be the source for our Shen Qi Jing. It will be the source for our energy, matter, and message. So this is what we wanted to share with you tonight. That the Tao journey is a very powerful journey. The Tao path that Master Sha has opened to us is extraordinary, not likely to be repeated. What we want to do now is give you an opportunity to experience what Master Marilyn and I experienced. So if you could play the Da Dao Shu Lian Dao song and just have everybody meditate for a little bit, then we'll take some questions. If people have comments, they can write on Facebook, they can write on the live stream. We've got two different channels today. Okay. So have a seat. I'm going to see if I can move this without it doing the splits. And then maybe tomorrow we make sure we use the other one. Oh, it is the new one? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, thank you. Okay. So let's have a seat. And I'm going to have Master Marilyn and Master Henderson join me. So all three of us will be here. Yeah? And I'll have you sit on either side of me, yeah? Okay. Should be about the middle, yeah? Okay. And so we'll just wait. As we wait, put your feet flat on the ground. Why? Everything is connected to the Tao journey. Why? Because Mother Earth is nourishing us. She is giving us her Shen Qi Jing. We put our head straight so that heaven can nourish us. Heaven's nourishment comes in through the byway point and the crown. We put our hands in front of our lower abdomen, create a field, one in front of the lower abdomen, and put the other one behind you. Make sure your hand is pointing left or right. Do not point your hand down. It's a mistake many people make. The problem with that is you lose your energy. So are we ready? Okay. So close your eyes and let the nourishment come to you.
金丹大道修炼，天之经，地之经，人之经，天地人之经，万物之经，全宇宙之经，皆是道之经。嘿呀哟咦，嘿呀哟咦，嘿呀哟咦，嘿呀哟咦，嘿呀哟咦呀。天之气，地之气，人之气，天地人之气，万物之气，全宇宙之气，皆是道之气。哼呀哟咦，哼呀哟咦，哼呀哟咦，哼呀哟咦，哼呀哟咦呀。天之神，地之神，人之神，天地人之神，万物之神，全宇宙之 之身，皆是道之身。弘雅有义，弘雅有义，弘雅有义，弘雅有义，弘雅有义呀。天之序，地之序，人之序，天地人之序，万物之序，全宇宙之序。是道之序，啊呀有义，啊呀有义，啊呀有义，啊呀有义，啊呀。天之道，地之道，人之道，天地人之道，万物之道，全宇宙之道，皆是大道。西呀有义，西呀有义，西呀有义，西呀有义，西呀。天经其身，虚道合一；地经其身，虚道合一； 人精气神虚道合一，天地人精气神虚道合一，万物精气神虚道合一，全宇宙精气神虚道合一，皆是与道合一。咿呀哟咿，咿呀哟咿，咿呀哟咿，咿呀哟咿，咿呀哟咿呀。
As much as you can, you stay very still. Don't dissipate the field. Just allow the energy to gather and then hold on to it. It's not enough to gather, you have to hold on to it.
地金丹，人金
Put your mind in your main
丹
Put your mind in your lower abdomen, for those of you that are brand new. Visualize golden light in your lower abdomen, in the back half of your
全
lower
宇
abdomen.
宙金丹，皆是道金丹，嗡呀哟咿，嗡呀哟咿，嗡呀哟咿，嗡呀哟咿，嗡呀哟咿呀。天女道合真，地狱道合真，人女道合真，天地人与道合真，万物与道合真，全宇宙与道合真，皆是与道合真。有呀有咿，有呀有咿，有呀有咿，有
So that's a much longer CD, but we'll pause there. So see how you feel. Do you feel quiet? Are you quiet? Is your body quiet? Is your heart quiet? Is your mind quiet? Are you more alert than you were before we started? Did you lose your sense of yourself and perhaps feel a sense of oneness? Yeah? Some did, some didn't. The Tao is one. Tao is oneness. So when we can come into a state of oneness, we are experiencing at least an aspect of the Tao. What we want to do is to be in that state all of the time. And the practices, the blessings, the treasures, the calligraphies are all part of our here to serve us on that journey. So those of you that are going to join us this weekend, I have a very special announcement. San Francisco is actually hosting the Global Tao Yuan Chang Blessings session from 12 to 2. That's 2 hours in the Tao Yuan Chang. So if you are part of the workshop, you will be our guest. 2 hours in the Tao Yuan Chang. Now you can start your Saturday with an hour at 9 o'clock, because we hold our regular Tao Yuan Chang blessing session at 9 o'clock every Saturday. So you can join us at 9, join the workshop. It starts at 10, and then at 12 o'clock, we'll be doing the Global Tao Yuan Chang session, and you can be our guest for that session. There's a limited number of people. We already discovered that 30 people is too many people in the Tao Yuan Chang. It's a little too warm and a little bit too tight. So it's important, if you're going to be here in person, that you let us know, that you register to be here in person for the weekend. This will be an important thing for you to do, to register in person, to be here in person, okay? So that we know how many people are going to be here, how many people are going to be participating in that. So, comments from anybody who's here? It was wonderful, okay. It feels good, right? Arlene?
First time with the song.
Yeah.
Sorry. I haven't heard or listened to this in a while.
Yeah?
But I felt the circles.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I felt the circles, and also
Oh, because you have the 7, you got the 7 soul houses, and
yes,
yeah, and
Yes.
then the circles recently.
yeah,
That's why. Yeah.
and energy going up, and some purple light, and then feeling very, very warm.
Yes, it got very
Hot.
warm very fast in here.
Yes.
Right? Did you notice
Yes.
that? It was very warm.
Yeah, so thank you. Yes.
Good. Okay, comments on the live stream?
Actually, I had to restart live stream during the meditation because it crashed.
And
So-
so,
It wiped out all the comments that were there previously. Let me check Facebook.
so I can check Facebook, but if you're able to check live stream,
The current live stream only has one comment.
and so we lost the video for tonight, is that what you're saying?
For a little while. I had to restart. So there's maybe about 3 or 4 minutes of
Okay.
We have the original,
That's the first part.
not accessible.
Actually, there is one comment. Yeah, I don't know. Don't put it for us. Here, right, you can turn it on.
So there's a few comments that I can see. I cannot see all of them. I think you
Well,
might be able to see them on Facebook differently than I can.
On live stream right now, there's one comment from Lila Ross. She says, countless bow downs, countless bow downs, countless bow downs. Thank you. That is my favorite meditation CD. I feel so peaceful and blessed. Oh, a couple more coming in here. Tatiana says, so powerful.
Yeah, I can only see 5 comments on Facebook, but it says that there's 35, but I cannot access them somehow.
Yeah, countless bow downs from Tatiana. Victoria Swan says, thank you. I love the CD. Very powerful practice, especially with such beautiful souls all together.
Yeah. Okay, good. Do you want to add anything, Master Marilyn? I think the mics are on the chairs, yeah.
Thank you. What everybody said is, my experience. Also, as I was listening, and it's always different when you listen to this CD or any of Master Sha's CDs, actually. But as I was listening, it was as if every sound that was coming from Master Sha was the frequency and vibration of what he was singing.
Yeah.
Became light within me. So my whole body became light and connected to the frequency and the vibration of Master Sha's singing. So it was sort of like being suspended in the sound that was also light.
Yeah. Want to do a flow?
I'd be happy to.
Okay,
Do you have
good.
a question?
I think it would be good, to know what occurred.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
I know it's very warm in here. Yeah.
Okay. This is the source. During this very brief period of time, what occurred not only for those of you who are in the room, on the webcast, on Facebook, and on the teleconference, but for all humanity, Mother Earth, and all souls, was a connection on a new level with Tao and your own Tao journey. For some, this has been an dream and effort for thousands and millions of lifetimes. They have been on this journey in a conscious way. For others, this was something new but familiar. For those of you participating in this workshop this weekend, it was a very special blessing. It was an opening of your hearts, minds, and souls in a new way. It was not only transforming the frequency and vibration of your Shen Qi Jing and bringing it more into alignment with each phrase that Master Sha chanted, but it was also preparation to fully participate in the blessings that this weekend has to offer to each of you. For each of you, there have been hundreds, thousands, and in some cases, even more blockages removed. There has been a special quality of light brought to each one's Akashic record book. And that light is linked to aligning with Tao. It is linked to your Tao journey. That is a special blessing of this workshop. It is almost as if there is a special seal of light that has touched some of the pages of your Akashic record book so that your Tao journey can progress at a more rapid pace so that your Shen Qi Jing can align more with the frequency and vibration of the CD that you listen to and the message of Master Sha on that CD. His message is one of oneness. The beginning of that has happened in a very special way for each of you. To fully express what has happened is truly beyond human words, but this will give you the smallest hint of what has taken place and what is possible through this workshop, which will make it possible in a much fuller way for every day of your life that follows. You are truly blessed.
How beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful, huh? Very profound. Actually, very profound. Want to say anything, Master Henderson? And then I'm going to do a final
I,
teaching and closing.
for me, it was a different level of experience.
I think you're
I
muted.
myself. Sorry. Is that good?
Oh, so you better
Let me
mutate.
just turn it on again. It will click on. Hold on. There. Then there's battery again.
I know, it's down to 0 bars.
Down to 0. I'll
Yeah.
use the mic. Don't
So
worry.
we just use the hand mic.
I'll use the
Yeah.
hand mic. Thank you, Master Amen.
Yeah.
For me, I was definitely, what I've experienced was very special. As I continue to open my channels, I saw a path, and we were all there. And it was this mountain that goes up. And in this mountain, it showed 3 layers. 3 significant, clear layers. But up top of this mountain was a beautiful temple. And of course, I went up the temple and went in the temple. And inside the temple, all of you were there, including all the webcasters. Master Sha was giving a teaching. And all of you were in there, receiving this most amazing teaching. And each one of you was represented as a light being up in this beautiful temple. Lots of other souls, light beings, other of our ascended masters are up there, listening to the teaching. And as the music was coming to a close, I was then pulled out, and as I was leaving, floating back, I clearly saw this Tao normal and reverse creation, levels, clearly levels, humanity, Mother Earth, heaven, Tao, layers. And truly what I've got out of it is that, as Master Jimena said, Master Sha is bringing the Tao down for us to learn, to even see, to even know. Because in most times, it has never been brought down to Mother Earth for us to even get there. Our normal human awareness, we can journey far and beyond, but we cannot reach this temple. Only with Master Sha's bringing us there are we allowed, or we can then find the way. So you can look at it both ways. Find the way to that temple and to learn more about it, to learn more about the Tao. And this weekend we are very blessed that we can share and we can help channel Master Sha's teachings to you in a beautiful Master Sha temple. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Henderson. So, the reason for doing this workshop is, of course, to help you, to prepare you for the November events. In addition to that, it's important for you to really connect, to have a heart connection with the Tao, with the teachings of the Tao, the practices of the Tao. It's an abstract concept, but it's not really. Because the Tao is within each of us. So as we develop a relationship, as we develop a connection, what are we doing? We're connecting with that highest self within us. The journey to the Tao is the journey to open the chamber of the heart, to open, to connect with our Yuanshen. The Yuanshen is that pure soul that comes from the Tao. We can only access it as we open the heart. That's why if you just have an intellectual understanding of Tao, you are never going to connect, because it's not an intellectual experience. It's a heart experience. It's an opening of the heart. So this weekend, it will be our great honor to lead you through practices and teachings to help you to open your heart, to help you to clear the chamber of the heart, straight out of the Tao text, to open the chamber of the heart and to make that connection with your higher self. All of us want to go home. So this workshop is a workshop to help you to go home, to help you to get closer to coming home. Yeah? Somebody had a question? Yeah?
I just want to share what I just saw.
So we're closing, so go ahead and finish, and then we're going to close.
So
yeah?
what I saw was, as Master Mandarin was flowing, I saw a big portal opened, and humongous light came, and the message came that those who attend this retreat, this workshop, will be, a huge transformation will take place for them, and they will be able to advance to go to 5 to 8 other retreats and connect with Master Sha in the future. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah? What did you...
What I wanted to ask you, Master Jimena, is when you say to develop the qualities of the Tao, would you say that to develop the 10 Das is the way and the fastest way?
Yes. Yes.
Would you say?
Yes. Yes. To develop the qualities of the Tao is to open the heart. Thank you. Because the 10 greatest qualities are love, forgiveness, compassion, light, humility, harmony, flourishing, gratitude, service, and enlightenment. And all of that comes from the heart. You develop those qualities, you open the heart. So what are we doing? We're opening the chamber of the heart. Why? We connect with the Yuanshen, the Tao. This is the ultimate journey home. This is the ultimate journey of the heart. Yeah. So this weekend is Tao 1 and Tao 2. And it's our great honor. The three of us will be co-teaching. I invite you to register. Many of you have only registered for tonight. But you're welcome to join us for this weekend. There's a special honor for you if you're a Divine Healing Hands or Tao Hands practitioner or a master teacher in training. But you have to be Divine Healing Hands to be a master teacher, right? So if you're a Divine Healing Hands practitioner, there's a special honor fee, and you can connect. Call Master Robert at 415-971-7373, and he will help you to register. This is available on live stream, so you'll be able to watch it for 2 weeks. We will not be able to have the Tao Yuan Chang on the same video. It's two different live stream channels, and it's 2 different programs. If you are with us, we'll be able to have you join through. How do we do that? Well, we'll have to send them a link. Okay, so we'll send you the link. If you register, then we'll have to send you the link. Okay. And then I want to invite you to join us this coming weekend. Not tomorrow, but next weekend. Master Henderson on September 2nd will be doing a Tao calligraphy. So Master Henderson, Master Su Chin Su, Master Chi Ching will be doing a Tao calligraphy practicum. Why do we do Tao calligraphy? Tao calligraphy first of all, calligraphy is an ancient art. Thank you. If you could get those, that would be great. So Tao calligraphy is an ancient art, and this practice is even more special because it uses a very unique calligraphy art form as its base, which is Ibitsa. Ibitsa was only taught to the emperor and the emperor's family. But because Master Sha is able to transmit frequency and vibration to it, then it transforms that calligraphy to a source of light, of high frequency and vibration light. So Master Henderson will be helping you to learn how to write it, because the more that you can master the art of writing Tao calligraphy, the more you have a powerful tool for helping others. Because calligraphy, Tao calligraphy, is ultimately intended to be a tool to help others to remove their blockages. Why? Help them to open the chamber of the heart. Help them to go back to the Tao. So that is on the 2nd. On the 3rd, Master Patty O'Neill, Master Marilyn, and myself, we will be leading an open spiritual channels practicum. So the open spiritual channels practicum is to help you to get practice, opening your soul language and direct soul communication. Why? You can connect with the Tao. Using soul communication, you can get guidance from the Tao. You can receive teachings from the Tao. Teachings that perhaps would be new for humanity and others. So it's important for you to develop your channels. We're helping you to really develop your soul language translation to the point where you can do simultaneous translation. Why? So that when you're with Master Sha, often he teaches in soul language. Then you immediately have a translation. You can hear the message. Master Marilyn is one of the leading teachers for the Tao Source Communicator program. So we're very privileged to have her be part of the teaching of these open spiritual channels practicums that we're offering here at the center. There's another practicum that's available. This is 4 hours. The Tuesdays from 2 to 3:30 is an hour and a half. So you can also join that practicum. So this one is for this week. And then this is really, I cannot stress this enough. I want to show you this, and then I want to read to you what the Journey to the Pure Land, Pathway to a Compassionate Heart weekend will be. So this will be led by Master Peter Hodoba via Skype. Master Henderson Ong and Master Hui Ling Ling will be here. In this powerful advanced workshop, the 3 masters will lead you on a journey into your own heart to discover the peace, serenity, wisdom, and power of the Pure Land. In traditional Chinese wisdom, the Pure Land is a place of perfection and enlightenment. The Pure Land represents a level of awakened consciousness far beyond the ordinary human being. The 3 master teachers will lead you down the pathway to develop a most loving and compassionate heart of service. Through sacred wisdom, knowledge, practices, and blessings, they will show you how to tap into the infinite power of love, forgiveness, compassion, and light to reach the Pure Land within. If you can reach the Pure Land within, you can reach the Pure Land outside. This is September 8th, 9th, and 10th. So as you can see, we are doing everything that we can to help you, to prepare you, to be with Master Sha in October and November. I cannot stress to you enough how seriously we take this, and I hope you take it seriously as well. We're very committed. We will do whatever we can to help you to advance your spiritual journey. How can you advance the most? You come to the preparation workshops that we offer, that the other centers offer. On Tuesday, Advanced Tao Retreat starts in Belgium. So make sure that if you're a divine channel, if you're a master teacher in training, you have to have applied, register participate. It's by webcast, Master Peter, Master Francisco, Master David. It'll be on live stream, so you can watch it and participate live. It starts at about midnight or 1 o'clock our time, or you just watch it during the day. And then also participate in the workshops that we're offering. So I hope, in fact, I don't hope, I will see you tomorrow. I expect to see you tomorrow. So join us.
Looking forward to seeing them tomorrow.
Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. So 9 o'clock is the first Dao Chang. So just think about this. 3 hours of Dao frequency and vibration. 3 hours. Yeah, very, very powerful. Okay, 9 o'clock Dao Chang, 10 o'clock the workshop, 10 to 12 is the global Dao Chang, 12 to 2. 12 to 2 is the global Dao Chang session. We will see you tomorrow. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gong Song, Gong Song, Gong Song. Bye-bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.